Hey you beautiful people, I'm back again with this colorful look. So let's begin without wasting time and let's have fun. The foundation that I have used is MAC and my shade is NC40, and the loose powder that I have used is by NARS. Don't forget to use a primer before you start with any of your eye makeup. And today's palette is by Zoeva and it's called Love is a Story. So let's begin. The first shade is Over You from the palette, and this goes on the crease line just like this using a blending brush. This shade just goes over the crease line. As you can see, I'm focusing it more on the outer corner and then going towards the inner corner. The next shade that I'm using is Flirt from the same palette, and this goes over the crease line too using a little bit smaller blending brush. And as you can see, I'm just going over and diffusing it more in the first shade, basically pulling it out more towards the eyebrows. And the next shade that I'm using is called Mystery Date, and this goes over the crease line too. Basically my blending brush a little bit smaller and it's more like taping towards the end, as you can see. And this goes over the crease line and focusing more on the outer corner and then diffusing it more towards the inner corner. As you can see, the next thing that I'm using is this concealer palette by MAC, and I'm just using the first shade from the palette, and this is also NC40. And using a small flat brush, I'm just going over the entire eyelid. Basically, I'm just having a cut crease here, and I'm just going over the entire lid. As you can see, it's a pretty simple look, and I tried to simplify it really well for the beginners out there. And just using a small flat brush so that you could go to the extreme corners of the eyelid and make the cut crease more clear and more neat. Keep adding little by little. As you can see, I'm just adding a little bit of product each time, and I am smoothing the corners, and then I am going out of the lid and towards the eyebrows. You also could use a thick foundation, but concealer works really better out here. Keep smoothing and keep adding the product little by little, and definitely you're going to get what is needed. And then the next one I'm using is Affair from the same palette, and this goes on the brow bone. As you can see, basically I'm just highlighting the brow bone. It's a very nude shimmery shade. The next shade that I'm using is Ladylike from the same palette, and it's a pretty bluish color here. And this goes, okay, before you use any dark shades, please pat some loose powder under the eye, as you can see how I'm doing it, to prevent from any fallout, and basically especially when you have foundation on the face. Ladylike goes on the entire eyelid, basically over the concealer that I use. As I have mentioned, this is a cut crease, so I'm just filling up the entire eyelid of mine, as simple as it looks like. It's not at all difficult. It's a very simple technique. A little bit of practice is enough for you to achieve this look. Keep adding the shade little by little. Make sure the concealer is completely covered and it's not visible. So you need to add the shade little by little, and then yeah, cover the concealer. Next, I'm taking this small domed brush, and the last shade that I have used from the palette is Mystery Date. I'm just using Mystery Date and going over the crease line. As you can see, I'm just darkening the crease line a little bit, and basically I'm just making the eyes look more neat and more smooth with the shades. Should look like this. The eyeliner, for the eyeliner I have used NARS liquid pen, and it looks something like this. It's a pretty pointy pen and it's pretty black too. So this goes over the lid, close to the lashes, and then gradually pulling it out for the wing, and then building up the thickness just like this. It's pretty easy. It's much better to work with a pen first and then add the gel over the pen, over the liquid. So in this way you get that matte kind of a look, and matte kind of a wing, and also it looks pretty black and dark when you add two products. So yeah, always first with the liquid. As you can see, it is black, but still you need to add more of the blackness, more of the body to the wing. It is as you can see, it is dark, but still you need it more darker. This darkness is not really enough for the look. And then using a concealer or a foundation over a flat brush and sweeping under the wing to create that sharp point towards the edge, towards the end. So as I've mentioned in all of my tutorials, this is how I have the wing. I always use a concealer or foundation and just sweep under the wing and pull it out to get that end, the pointy end that you see here. So works well with me. I hope it works well with you too. So basically you can see how I'm doing it. Next, I'm using Ladylike on the lower lashes, on the lower lash line, and basically it goes on the entire lower lash line. And then I'm using Mystery Date, and this starts actually from the mid of the lower lash line towards the outer corner. As you can see, it starts from the mid, pulling it out to the wing, and this becomes one entire eye look, as you can see. The next product that I'm using is this white NYX pencil, and this is pretty thick. This goes on the waterline, and I have gone off camera and applied my favorite lashes. You can do the same. For the mascara, I have used NYX Doll Eye, and then I have used NYX gel eyeliner, basically to thicken the wing some more after the false eyelashes. So yep, this makes the wing and the entire look more dark and more intense. And for the concealer, I have used NARS Ginger, and this goes basically under the eye, and this goes really well with my skin, so hence I have stuck to this product, and I refuse to change until I find another one that could really replace this product. So yep. And then don't forget to pack the concealer with loose powder. I have used NARS loose powder. You could use any that you have. So basically this is how it is done. Next, I have used the stick by Hourglass, and it's actually called Golden Almond. It's actually a foundation stick, but I got 2 or 3 shades darker than my skin tone, and I use it to contour my face now. So yep, basically I love this shade, and I couldn't find one like this anywhere. So yep, this is how I make use of certain products that is not available, but yep. And then I am just going to blend it off with a normal brush, just like this. Can you see how beautiful the color is? So yeah, looks really gorgeous, and it gives that kind of a almondish color on the face. Looks really gorgeous. I love these kind of shades on the face, basically, instead of the face looking too white. So yep. And then blend off, if you're using a beauty blender, just blend it off. If you're using a brush like me, just diffuse the contour, diffuse the product on the face, just like this. Just keep diffusing it. Not forgetting the nose. I'm just using a small brush, diffusing the line on the nose. And keep diffusing until it vanishes off from the face. And the bronzer that I'm using today is by Hourglass 2, and it's called Radiant Bronze Light. So yep, this is the name of the product, and this just goes over the contour, basically, not making it too sharp, but just making it subtle on the face and more glamorous. Using a brush, definitely. I already like the effect of this bronzer that I have. It's a really nice bronzer by Hourglass, and I would definitely recommend it if you have same color as my skin. So this should go with you. I mean, it is really nice. And then for the blush, I have used the palette NYX, and I have mixed, as you can see, I have mixed three shades, three shades, and this goes right here. And then taking a clean brush, I'm just going to blend off everything on my face, basically on my cheeks, so that this looks more natural and more subtle. For the lips, I have used NYX Simply Nude, and this stick is number 03. And to fill up my lips, basically I'm filling up the lips with the stick as well as the liquid. So yep, both go together. And the liquid that I'm using is Baby Doll, and this is by NYX too. It's called NYX Lingerie. And to highlight my face, I'm using MAC Hyper Real Glow, and I'm using the first shade from the palette, and it's a pretty nice golden shade. At the moment I don't have the product with me. It's somewhere, but yeah, it's the first shade. It's a nice golden, light golden color, and goes well with the entire look. And yeah, this is how it is. Say on the chin, basically a little bit on the forehead, on the bridge of the nose, and not forgetting the cheekbone. Yep, this is how it is. So basically this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed the entire tutorial as much as I loved creating this look for you. I shall see you again in my next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.